Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Delisa Robinson, your favorite real estate diva out here in these real estate streets. It's been a minute because it's been busy. But today we're going to dig deep into the DSCR loans. I've been telling you guys every time I come on, I've been giving you guys a little bit of insight on how to fund some of your real estate deals. And last time we talked about the statement loans, which is where you only have to do your bank statement. That live is still up. You can go back and check it out. Today, we're going to get into the DSCR loan. A lot of people are dubbing this the landlord loan, but you'll see why in a minute. So grab your pens and papers. You don't need calculators, but you do need to know how to apply for this loan. So I'm going to suggest that you guys get all of your stuff together, get your pens, your papers, and whatever it is that you use to take notes, because we are going to get ready to get started. I am going to give you a couple of a little housekeeping tips and concerns and things that we need to be paying attention to. So if you can hear my voice and see my face, drop me the number 1 in the comments. I just want to see how long my delay is so I know not to rush through content or if I can just respond right away. So drop the number 1 if you can hear me and see me. And just know, for those of you who ask, why are you always looking all around? I'm on Instagram. Hi. And then over here, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So that is why. Simulcasting. So for those of you who want to know more about the DSCR loan, this is the landlord loan, they're dubbing it, where they say, because they don't go by your income and it doesn't always go by your credit score. So we're going to see what it is. We're going to dig deep into it. So do me a favor, as I always say, share, like. And if you are on YouTube, subscribe, because we are getting ready to get started. Let me just pull up my notes because I don't want to forget to give you guys any information. All right. So, and also, if this is your first time here, don't let it be your last. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. I like to know where you're from. If you can, give me some information about where you're from, who you with, where you reside, and what platform are you following me on? Because sometimes I can't always see exactly where you guys are. Okay. So again, today we are going to be talking about the DSCR loan. This is a loan that does not require you to provide income. This is a loan that doesn't require you to provide a tax return, I should say. This loan is specifically for those people. Can you buy a home? I'm going to see in a minute. I can't remember right offhand. Can you buy it to live in it? I think so, but we'll see. Just a minute. Now, there are certain different types of things that you can actually do with this loan. So, but before we get into that, of course, everybody wants to know who you are, where you're coming from, what you're doing. Make sure you share this live with at least 5 of your friends. If you're on Facebook, just share it out to your community so we can get more people in. Now, the DSCR loan, from your girl Delisa Robinson, your favorite real estate diva, out here slutting it up on a Saturday morning in these real estate streets, where I plan to be in the rain in a couple minutes. After this live, I'll be out in the rain. So I have been a real estate investor for the last 25 years. I have started out as a buy and hold investor, and then I built a real estate portfolio with my now ex-husband. And so now your girl is rebuilding. So on the process of rebuilding, I'm like, wait a minute, a lot of different loans have come up. And if I have questions, I'm sure the people that support me have questions. So with that being said, I went digging deep into the crates, as the DJs say, and I started finding all of this information in order for you so I can bring it to you about these different loans. Now, like I said, the last one we did was a bank statement only loan. That's where you only have to provide a certain month's worth of bank statements. And based on that income, the bank will approve you for a loan. Y'all heard what I said? They will approve you for a loan. Now, there are some requirements for that loan. So go back and rewatch or watch for the first time that the last live I did, I think it was maybe like a week ago. And then today we're going to get into DSCR loans. So a DSCR loan is where you can get a 1 to 4 unit property. You cannot buy land with this loan. You can't buy multifamilies with this loan, but you can buy 1 to 4 units. Now, a lot of you are saying, but Delisa, if you have more than two, it's multifamily. No, it's not. In the real estate world, what's considered multifamily is 5 or more units, which is your commercial properties. Those properties like apartment complexes or the buildings where, like here in Buffalo, we have a lot of older homes that people are dividing up into units. So those homes wouldn't qualify for this type of loan. All right. Now they are funding anywhere between 75,000 at minimum and up to 2 million. So you can purchase property from 75,000 up to 2 million. Like I said, get your people in here because people are always asking me, my investors are always asking me, where can I do this? What can I do? How can I get this down? So I'm getting ready to give you all the details, which in turn will also give you the information that you guys are seeking. So I don't want you guys, oh shoot, every time I hit this, I don't want you guys to think anything different. This is what's getting ready to happen, okay? Now, why are the banks all of a sudden doing this? And it's not just banks, it's hard money lenders, banks, some traditional lenders are offering this, some mortgage brokers are offering this. So you have to get in here where it's going to fit you best. Okay. Now, the loans can be taken out by an individual, a trust, a corporation, a partnership, or a single member LLC. I'll say it again. The loans can be taken out by an individual. So an individual person, meaning you don't have an LLC yet, you want to take it out. I can take this out under the name Delisa Robinson. Okay. A trust. That's the buzz thing that's going around. This is how people build wealth. This is how the wealthy hold so much in assets and don't pay a lot of taxes because they have it in a trust. I am not a trust expert. I don't pretend to be. I don't profess to be. So I'm going to ask you to get in contact with an attorney that handles trust to find out what that process is. And I'm trying to find one myself only so I can have them come on live with me and explain the process to you guys. Okay. All right. A trust, a corporation, that means you have Inc. on the end of your company name. So Trinity Alliance Group of Buffalo, Inc. would be able to take this out. Whereas an LLC is going to have an LLC on the end. So an S Corp, a C Corp, an LLC, a partnership, which is also an LLC with a partnership agreement with more than one person, and a trust or an individual. That is who can take out these loans. Okay? That's who can take out the loans. Okay? Now, they are 80-20. And I know a lot of y'all saying, well, my lender gives me 90 and my lender gives me 95 and I can get 100% funding. And that's great. And I know you've seen me and Kyra come on here together. You've seen us talk about it separately, where you can actually come on and get you can use your credit cards for your 20% down. You can use your funding. You can use an investment. You can use a gift from a parent. You can use anybody, whatever you need to do for a 20%. Okay. So we have 1 to 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4 units, 75,000 up to 2 million, 30-year fixed rate. So you can take out a DSCR loan for 30 years. All right. Now, some of these terms are only going to be, your payments are interest only. So when you see the term IO following a loan, that means interest only payments, meaning those are the payments you're going to get. Okay, those are when you make your payment, you're only making payments towards the interest. Okay, so that's what IO stands for. And I try to come on here and I try to teach y'all as much as I can as possible, and as much as I can, as long as I can, and as correctly as I can. Okay, now these loans can be used, hear me out, for purchase or to refinance. Say it again. These loans can be used for purchase and to refinance an existing loan. Okay. So for those of you who are just starting out as real estate investors and you have property that you want and that you have or you want to refinance, you can do it this way. If for those of you who are starting out and you want to just get a property, you can do this loan. Yes, interest only. Mia, I see. Hey Mia, how you doing? Um, the loan is income based. Y'all like what? Say that again. The loan is income based. A DSCR loan is based on the income generated by the property. That is why they're asking for you to have it occupied. So for all my landlords out there who are trying to build portfolios, a lot of my investors, and I have a 41 single family home portfolio available in the state of Michigan right now. And that is what they're doing. They want they want the they want the property to generate the income. So that's how it's going to work. So you're going to have, so like I told y'all, today's live, it's not sexy. Okay. We're not on here flipping hair, laughing, talking, giggling, and dropping. Well, I'm dropping gems because I'm giving you guys ways to get funded that you didn't know existed. Okay. And then I'm going to teach you how, at the end of this, once I wrap up what you need, I'm going to show you how to get it. Hey, Amber, how you doing? So here's what you do. Okay. This loan is for 1 to 4 units. You can purchase up to 75,000 up to 10 million. At minimum, $75,000 is the minimum loan they're going to give you. 2 million is max, according to the information I received. Now, keep in mind, loans and terms and lenders vary. And not only do they vary, they change quickly. Okay. So while it might be, and this all stemmed from, these loans were out there already, but they're being promoted heavily now because of the housing market. More people are trying to get into it, but they don't qualify because of their credit. And a lot of people are trying to get into investing. So, and they needed loans for investors who don't want to put properties in their personal name. So that's where this is all coming from. Okay. Now, they will allow you. Oh, and right here, I'm sorry. It cannot be owner occupied. This is for rental properties only. That's why it was called the landlord loan. I'm sorry, guys. I said that wrong in the beginning. This is for, now here are the types of properties that you can actually purchase. Single family homes, duplex, triplex, quads. We got that, right? They are allowing you to purchase short-term rentals. So for all my people who want to get into Airbnb and you don't know what you're going to be funding or how you're going to fund it to purchase. This is for people who want to purchase and own the property that the Airbnb is in. And they will go by the projected rate, projected income based on the information that we use. When I teach you guys how to calculate your Airbnb income, where do we go? AirDNA. Where do these lenders go? AirDNA. This is the reason why I tell you to use resources that I give you, because they're good for more than one thing. All right. All right. Now, so they will allow rents to be included as a projection on a short-term rental by using the information they get off AirDNA. That's where they're going to verify the information from on AirDNA. So you might as well be using AirDNA to project your numbers as well. Okay. You can buy an assisted living facility with these loans. Yep, assisted living facility. You can buy as long as the rents collected or projected cover the loan that you want to, for the property you want to purchase, the payments, you can do this loan. So how many of y'all getting ready to go out and try and get this loan? How many of y'all want more information on this loan? How many of y'all looking like, wait a minute, I'm wholesaling right now. I got a little change put to the side. Or wait a minute, I've been doing rental arbitrage where now I can purchase a building and stop paying these people this rent, and I can pay these people this money on a mortgage on a building that I own. So that's what you can do. All right, y'all. I'll just give y'all the information. Y'all do what y'all want to do with it. I mean, if you're ready to invest in real estate, you want to be somebody's landlord, give me the number 2 in the comments. 2. Because I want to see it. I want to feel it. I want to know what's going on. I want to know where your head is. I want to know where you're going next. If you are ready to become a landlord and you are interested in applying for the DSCR loan, give me the number 2. This loan does not go by your credit score. This loan, what goes by your credit score is how much they'll give you and your interest rate. That's the only thing that's going to be counted for in your credit score. Okay, so let's recap it real quick, and then we're going to explain why I've been doing this for y'all. 1 to 4 units, $75,000 minimum, $2 million maximum. You can do a 30-year fixed rate with interest-only payments. Loans can be taken out by individuals, trusts, corporations, LLCs, and partnerships. And I'll explain what a partnership is. Some LLCs, if there's more than one person on the LLC, they have to do a partnership agreement. That's considered an LLC with a partnership. Some people, and I'll just use my people and some of my people I see in the audience, if me and Amber decided we wanted to partner up and we're under a DBA partnership or a partnership agreement, we can purchase this property. We can purchase properties using these types of loans. Okay, that's what that stands for. Now, 80-20, you do need 20% down. They only will give you 80% of the value of the property at purchase, not ARV, people. This doesn't go by the ARV. It goes by the as is value of the property. Okay, the as is value of the property. This is an income-based loan, but the income is based on the property, the income generated by the property, not the income generated by the person applying for the loan. Okay, is this good news for everybody? Let me know. I want to know, is this something that you're interested in? I need some feedback. So this means you need 20% down. Where are you going to get 20% down? Easy. You're going to wholesale it. You're going to have a line of credit for it. You're going to refinance and pull 20% out of another property. You can partner up with somebody and they can give you 20%. You pay them back, or you can partner up and they have the 20, and you guys are in partnership together where you both put 10% down. And now you have a partner in this project. Or you can go and pull it off your credit cards. It all depends on how you want to do it. There are so many different ways for you to get that 20%. I would hate for you guys to start losing out on properties and things like that just because you don't have that 20%. So let me give you an example. The other day on my Facebook page, I posted, if you can pay $1,500 a month in rent, you can have this house. The house I listed was $160,000 duplex here in Buffalo in a neighborhood called University Heights. Very sought after neighborhood, by the way. I just needed a pen because I'm getting ready to do some math. Y'all don't have to do the math today. I'll do it for you. And yes, I have my calculator. So if I'm doing $160,000 loan, I'm going to need 20%. Now, you will have to pay some upfront costs on some of these items. Now, the items are the 20%. So it's 160. We all know it's 32,000, but I got to be sure. Times 0.2, 32,000. Like I said, 32,000. Like I said. So you need 32,000. You're going to need another $1,000 for an appraisal. You might need I'm just rounding everything up. You're going to need another 1,000 for an inspection because when you take out loans, they require inspections. Okay. So you need another 1,000 for an inspection. You're also going to have, in some cases, 3 to 6 months of reserves. That is the dollar amount of your interest only monthly payments. So say your interest only payment is 910, let's say it's another $1,000. So you would need $3,000 to $6,000. So we'll say 6 just to be on the high side and be safe. Okay. You're also going to need money to get insurance on the building. So if this loan covers you, if the income is generating property, that means it doesn't need a whole lot of work. They're not giving you money to get the work done. So if you have to get work done, you're going to need your own construction budget. You're also going to need, and we'll put that off to the side, your own construction budget. Okay. Now, you're also going to need insurance, landlord insurance, not homeowners. There is a difference. There are 3 different types of insurance. Well, there's more than 3, but there's 3 of the main types as an investor that you will come across. Your homeowner's insurance for your own property that you live in, landlord insurance for any property that you own, and builder's insurance for any property that you're flipping or putting renovation into because you want to put renovation into it, whatever, and it's vacant. If there's a tenant, you have to have landlord insurance. Why? Here's the gag that insurance agencies don't tell you. If you have the wrong type of insurance and something happens to your property, they don't have to pay you out. Say it again. If you have the wrong type of insurance and something happens to that property, they do not have to pay you out. So make sure you have the right type of property. Okay. Make right type of insurance. So now we got our 20% down payment, our appraisal, our inspection, and 6 months worth of reserves. So we doing 32,000 and 8,000. So you need 40 grand plus you need your insurance. And sometimes an insurance can be 2,900, 22,000, 2,500, 3,000, whatever it's going to be. So I always say at least put 2,500 away for insurance. You might not need it all, but you might want to have it just in case. That gives you 42,500, 42,500. Okay. Now, that's just what you need for the building. Then you have closing costs. You have your attorney's fees or the title company fee. Okay. You have transfer tax, depending on what you agreed to in the purchase agreement. You have the title company landlord fee. You have a title fee. Sometimes running the title, you have a search and survey. They call it the title search and survey. You have to pay for that. Unless you got a savvy real estate agent like the people who puts it in terms that you don't have to pay for it. Okay. So you have to be able to pay attention, pay for that if that comes up. So now let's just round all of this up to a nice $45,000. Okay. $45,000. But you don't have $45,000, but you want to buy that duplex. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to first, if you have these things, you're going to check how much money do you have in savings. You're going to check how much money do you have in your 401k. You're going to check how much do you have in your IRA. You're going to check your credit score to see if you can borrow the down payment. You're also going to check your friends and family, see if they want to go in with you on this deal. And you're going to check your credit card limits. Because all this time when I've been teaching you guys to go into to set your business up so that it's structured correctly, this is the type of reason we need it structured correctly. Okay. Now, what happens when you have this loan, you see this house, you want this house, you have to do this stuff well in advance. You can't just wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm gonna buy a house and start trying to do this process. And you done found this house online that you like. You have to have things in place in advance. That's what you have to have. And a lot of you don't do this. You all do what I just said. You all go through this whole process of, hey, I'm gonna do this with my property. I saw this property, I want it. Then you forget all the other stuff that you're going to need in order to get this done. Okay. Remember, you can't live in this home. So even if you purchase a single family property, it can only be a rental property. And the dollar amount is going to go by what it is that you are purchasing what this property generates. So this property generates a $1,500 a month income. Chances are you're not going to qualify for a $200,000 mortgage because the rental income doesn't cover that mortgage payment. And that's what this type of loan is for. It's called a DSCR loan. Okay. That is what we're talking about today. And if you're just now joining us, we're talking about the DSCR loans and we're talking about how you can get them funded. I'm also going to go over some properties and portfolios that I have across the nation available. So stick and stay with me for a little bit. Okay. Now, just to recap, you can purchase 1 to 4 family units, 75,000 to 2 million max. You can get a 30-year fixed rate with some interest-only payments up front. Loans can be purchased by individuals. They can be purchased in a trust. They can be purchased by corporations. They can be purchased in an LLC. They can be purchased with a partnership. They cannot be purchased using a DBA. Notice they didn't say that. Okay. This is an 80-20 loan. That means 80% of the value of the property is what they're willing to give you. So you have to come up with that 20%. All right. Now, the 20% that you have to come up with is more than 20%. Don't let these people out here in these real estate streets, these so-called gurus, do rules, and no rules, tell you different. You cannot just have 20%. You have to have additional funds. Why? Because you have to have the property inspected. Anytime you're borrowing money from the bank, you have to have a property inspection. You have to have an appraisal. These are requirements by the banks. Okay. You have to have insurance. You have to have reserves. If you do this through a loan broker, you're going to have points. Okay. Now, Lisa, what's points? I'm glad you asked. Points are percentages. That's how the brokers get paid. So if you have a broker who has, and we're still using that same $160,000 duplex here in Buffalo. Okay. So if you have 160,000 and they're loaning you 80% of that, which is 128,000. So $128,000 loan times 5 points. That's 5%. Okay. That's what y'all don't know. That's the 5%. That's $6,400. Guess what you got to have at closing to cover that? $6,400. Where does that 6,400 go? Goes to the loan broker. Who's the loan broker? Give you an example. Me. I told you guys, I made the announcement last time, and you're going to see a lot more advertising for it, that we are getting ready to reopen, because we've done it before, and we just decided not to get done with it, and the reason why I decided not to do it is because I didn't have the appropriate staff in place to handle the amount of volume of loans that was coming in. So we shut that down because I didn't want to half-ass it. Y'all know me, I'm not trying to do it half-assed. So when we got into, now that we're, as of August 15th, we are getting back into the lending business, and we will have points on our loans. And I'm telling you now, our points will never be higher than 2%, but we just know how it is. And the rest of that, you can go up to a certain amount of points on each loan. So that's money that the broker gets, because they're the ones doing all the work of gathering your documents and gathering your information and making sure everything is correct, putting your package together so they can send it over to the underwriter. You know what I'm saying now? So that you have to have that at closing. You have to have your attorney information, your attorney payment. He wants his check at closing. The title company, and sometimes if you're doing these DSCR loans and it's not a local bank, they have an attorney and they have a signing agent. Who is that signing agent? That's that nice little man or woman that comes to the closing and notarizes all of your paperwork. You have to pay them. So you just don't need 20% down. And I want y'all to get that out of your heads, because you don't just need 20% down. You need 20% down for the loan, but you need so much more in expenses and back end costs and everything else. And they chunk it up and I've heard them say it to you guys a million times. Trust me, I see it all the time. I see the gurus, I see the do rules, I see the no rules, and I see them all saying the same thing. Oh, you only need 20% down. BS. You only need 20% down for the loan. You then need your closing costs, and your closing costs are long as ever. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down a loan. It's going to take all day. I'm going to tell you why. When you sign for a mortgage, your paperwork, your closing documents are about this thick. That don't include your contract. That don't include the addendums that you had to sign while you were sitting here purchasing. This is for the loan. The loan documents are about this thick. I kid you not. So we're going to go over that probably. It won't be the next time I come on, it'll probably be the time after that. But that's what we're going to do. So you have to have that. And I'm going to show you all the costs. I'm not going to go through the whole packet. What I'll do is I'll just show you the closing statement that they send. And you'll see all the things on here that you need and why it costs so much. Okay. Now, so you need that too. So check your credit cards. A lot of you have heard my good girlfriend Kyra come on. Tiana has come on and spoken about it. Other credit repair specialists have talked about it, how they can get you. You hear all the people around. The buzzword now is business credit. Everybody wants business credit, business credit, business credit. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But know how to do it correctly and get with a reputable company that's going to explain to you that, excuse me, in order for you to get these high limit credit cards that you guys all desire with the business credit, and they're all telling you, oh, I can get you $100,000 in business credit in 90 days. And they're not lying. They're not lying to you. It's possible to do that. However, there's a process to it, and that's what they're not telling you, because they want you to buy their course, they want you to buy their service, and find a reputable company to do it with before you go spending all that money to do that. Okay. I'm not saying don't spend the money. I'm saying just make sure the person that you're following is reputable. And yes, I have people that I recommend. Credit Cleanse is one. The Empress of Economics is another one. And there's one more, I can't remember the name that he goes by on Facebook or Instagram. So I can't say his name right now, but I have one more. But those are the people who know how to do business credit. And they're the first ones that's going to tell you, you need to have your personal credit tight before you walk up in there. thinking you're gonna get $100,000, or and they'll tell you some other tips and tricks and all this other stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, that's where I'm going to end, but I am going to open up the floor to questions. If you have any questions regarding the DSCR loan or the bank statement loan that we went through before, drop your questions in the comments, because I want you guys to win. Remember, I told you in 2023 I was going to give you a lot more information and a lot more details on how you can start winning in these streets and know exactly what it is that you have to win with. Okay, so you have any questions about the DSCR loan? You have any questions about the bank statement loan that we went over before? Or if you have any questions about the closing costs of this, you can drop it. Anything real estate related right now. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. But yeah, just remember, you do need more than 20%. Now, while you guys are getting your questions and putting them in the comments, I'm going to go over properties that we have available. Through the Real Estate Diva, we have some portfolios. I already mentioned one. I have a 41 single family property portfolio. Now, asking price on this portfolio is $8.5 million. It generates about $68,000 a month in income. Now, do I think that's going to be a good deal? No, I don't. I think the property is overpriced, and I think you're not going to have a lot of cash flow out of it. And are they good properties? Yes. Does the price need to be negotiated? Yes. Will the owner come down right now? No. And are the properties valued at more? All of the properties are occupied. They're all paying their rent. All the rents are current. So 41 properties. Can they be separated? He prefers not to separate them, but the right price he probably will. These properties can also be purchased. Now, here's where it becomes a good deal, because paying cash for it is not a good deal. Here's where it becomes a good deal. He is offering seller financing at $3.5 million down, 30%, 30-year term. He will hold the mortgage for 30 years for 5% interest. So if you're interested in that portfolio, hit me up in my DMs, send me a message, and with your contact information, and I'll give you a call on Monday afternoon. And I'm being very specific about when I'm going to call you back, because I know my schedule and I know when I'm going to be able to talk. Monday afternoon. So it'll be between 1 and 4 when I give you a call back. That's number one. Number two, I have land available. I'm 77.3 acres of shovel ready. Now, if you guys know what shovel ready means, that means it's ready to be built upon. All the permits and environmental studies and applications and searches and surveys have been done. We are ready to break ground. 77 acres. It is in Ackworth, Georgia. The asking price is $18 million. The plan that has been approved for this property is a multi-phase single-family home development. They have already put a community room, a community center, and I think there's 2 community centers already, community buildings already in place. And the projected income is 1.3 billion, with a B as in boy, as in billion. That's projected income. The homes that have been approved to be built are of a craftsman style home. They range from 3 to 5 bedrooms, and they are selling in range from $700 up to $1 million. So get you some funding, start building. If you're a builder and you're interested, let me know. Can the price be negotiated? Possibly, yeah. All right. Now I have 220 acres of shovel ready homes, shovel ready land in Ormond Beach, Florida. And it's been approved. All of the is shovel ready. That means shovels are ready to hit the ground. It's already been approved for a 931 unit apartment building or 931 townhomes. So whatever you want to do with that. Those are the only two things that have been approved to be built on that land. 931 townhomes or 931 apartment buildings. I mean apartment 931 unit apartment building. Sorry. And that one is how much is it? Oh, and it comes with an appraisal. The property appraised at 25 million. The owner is only asking 22 million. So he's asking, he doesn't care about the appraised value. He's asking for under the appraised value. Just wants to be done with it. And the owner is also willing to stay on as a consultant to someone if they choose to, because he is a builder. He's just decided not to build on this land right now because he has other projects that he's doing. So he just wants to get rid of it. What else I got? What else? Oh, I have some multifamily apartment buildings and complexes ranging from 8 units all the way up until 500 units. And they range in price, all the prices from 550,000 all the way up to 100 million. So got those two. So let me know what you guys are interested in. If you know people that are interested and you want to partner up with me, JV with me, I'm telling you now, I do not coach my JV partners. I do not coach my JV partners. I do not coach my JV partners. So if you don't know what you're doing and you have never done this before, don't come and try and partner with me because I'm not going to coach you and I'm not going to teach you how to do this. Now, how can you get coached by me to do these commercial deals that I'm doing? You can hit me up in my DMs and we can work together in that capacity. And that way I'm going to be paid to coach you. I'm just being honest. I'm keeping it real, being honest. I do not coach my JV partners. You can ask any of my JV partners. I don't coach them for free. Yeah. And I partner with my coaching clients and JV with them. Absolutely. But I also expect them to put in a lot of work. And I expect them to, they not only do they have to put in the same amount of work I'm putting in, they have to know where they're coming in at, and they have to run numbers, and I make them run their numbers and then I run my numbers. I don't just sit there and do all the work and then spoon feed them the information. That's not going to work either. Okay. So just so you guys are aware, I'm just being upfront and honest because I get tons of new people, contacting me every single day asking me about JVing. And then when they want a JV, they want me to coach them. That's not what coaches do. Okay, that's not JV. That's not a JV partnership. A JV partnership is I'm bringing you a buyer or I'm bringing you a property and you're bringing me a buyer. That's how JV works. And when that starts to work, that means we are on opposite sides of the same equation and we're working for the same purpose, getting a closing. However, I'm not going to walk you through your process. You're supposed to, if you're coming to me with a buyer and I'm coming to you, and you see Amber is putting it in the comments 100. She's one of my one-on-one clients and she knows. I don't coach my JV partners. Okay. You have to come in at least knowing something, doing something. You're not going to ask me how to fill out a contract. I'm not going to answer you. So I'm just being honest and upfront because I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, we're supposed to be partners and she's not helping me. No, we're JV partners, which means a JV is a joint venture. For anybody out there that does not understand the term. JV is joint venture. That means we are joint together in the venture of getting this deal closed. That means you're supposed to be doing as much work as I'm doing. Do you have to know as much as I know? No. but you have to be able to handle your end of your end of the equation, or we can't work together. I'm serious when I say this. Now, if you don't know, but you want to learn, then don't ask me to JV. Ask me to coach you. That's different. Okay. Now, y'all can say what y'all want, but I'm sick of people calling me, texting me, off asking me, "Oh, if I would you coach me if I gave you 50% of the deal?" No. Mm-mm. And you shouldn't want to work with nobody that will coach you that way anyway. Why? Because they're not giving you, why would you give your money away? Their coaching probably is not going to be even what you can, more than what you can look up on a YouTube or get from a video or whatever. So no, you get what you pay for, and you guys should be trying to invest in your own future. Okay, so if you want a coach, pay for a coach. Don't, and I know sometimes you're like, oh, I can't afford the coaching that you offer and this and the other, and I get that. That's why I have smaller tiered projects. They're just do it yourself. But the thing is, a lot of you have bought my wholesaling course. I'm serious. Some of you have bought my wholesaling course and never opened it. Never opened it. How do I know? Because I can see when you open it. And these are the main ones saying, I see them in every Facebook group. Oh, I wish somebody would coach me. You bought my coaching program and you didn't even do it. Nobody's going to coach you, spend their time and coach you for free. Nobody's going to do that. Yep. So you guys have to understand, and time is money. And a lot of times when I'm trying, and I told you guys before, I'm in the process of paying back money. So my time is spent on trying to close and wholesale as many deals as I can so I can pay back investors who have invested in a project of mine where the funds got stolen. I'm being honest with you. The funds got stolen. And normally I've had two attorneys tell me to file bankruptcy, and I said that's just not my thing. I'm not doing that to these people. And things like that. So I've been in the process of wholesaling real estate to pay this money back. Now, in the meantime, I also am wholesaling to buy more properties so I can have more cash flow, because your girl is out of here in 3 years. Out of here as in no more coaching. So I'm getting ready to retire in 3 years. So I'm trying to line it all up now. I'm working really, really hard for these next 3 years so I can sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of my days and travel this beautiful world and take lots of pictures and write tons of romance novels. And y'all could support me by buying romance novels in about 6-7 months. I have the next one out. So that's what I'm doing. So just so you know, that's where I'm about to be. So when I tell you that I'm trying to do everything in my power right now to wholesale, and I teach and I coach, and I'm getting everything done, I'm trying to get done. That's the point of being in real estate, so you can have passive income. And I'm taking you guys on it. A lot of you know that I recently got divorced, and I'm starting my whole entire portfolio over. And by the end of my year, which is June 4th, 2024, that's the last day. That's my December 31st, June 4th, 2024. I will have 20 plus doors. And I will be generating at least 6 figures per month in income. At minimum, 6 figures per month. That is the plan. So while I'm doing that, I'm also getting everything else in order so I can move forward and get you guys moving forward too. So come along on this journey with me. I'm not going to ask anybody to invest any money with me on any of my projects because I got that covered. I'm going to show you how I'm doing it so you can do it for yourself. So if you want to come along on this journey with me, text the word diva to 716-306-3316 and join so you know when I'm going live, when I'm having master classes and things like that. I do have a program. It's a 1-year program. And I give it to you guys. And you can go in and start doing whatever it is you want to do. And the program is no longer a monthly membership. It's not being offered monthly anymore. It is a one-time fee and you pay for the year. Can you split those payments up? Absolutely. And that's how that works. So yeah, a lot of changes are getting ready to take place. But if you are just joining us today, we talked about the DSCR loan. This is a loan for landlords and investors who want to purchase 1 to 4 unit properties. And the loan does not go based on your credit score or your income. It goes based upon the income generated from the property that you're looking to purchase. The loan will give you 80% of the as is value, minimum $75,000, maximum $2 million. This is just for now. It may change. Just like the other day, I told you about 2 other things that are getting ready to happen. Joe Biden is getting ready to approve a bill in Congress right now. They got a bill up there that's going to give first-time homebuyers $25,000. Hasn't been approved yet, but they said there's a good chance it's going to be approved by the end of this year. So you guys got about 5 more months, and I think it's going to open back up. They're also talking about, I know the Fed just raised the price of interest again, but there's another financial person that I really admire that I listened to yesterday. And he said probably by June of next year, interest rates are going to go back down. Not back down to 2 and 3%, but they're going to be way less than the 7% that they are now. So you might get about a 4 or a 5. That's still better. So yeah, going to be doing it big. So stay with me, pay attention, join the text messaging list if you want to. If you're interested in any of the properties that I talked about, I need you guys to join my buyers list. If you tap the link in my bio or any of my website link, that's on any of my social media, and scroll down to available properties and join that list every week or as they come in sometimes. But 9 times out of 10, every week I update and send that list out. It goes out on Fridays. I haven't sent Friday's list yet, so I'm sending it today because I was busy yesterday getting my hair did. So while you guys are out there in these real estate streets, I want you guys to know this. Always, always, always try to be kind to someone, even though this is business. And y'all know, y'all be like, this is business, Delisa. We ain't got time to be nice. Trust me, nice people win in business all the time. They do. And just be kind to someone, because at some point in your life, somebody has been kind to you. And it's always good to pay kindness forward. Not only does it make you a good person, but if we all do it, it makes the world a better place to be in. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. I have a lot of things on my agenda for today. I will not be back live today, possibly tomorrow, because I have some other types of loans and funding programs for you guys. And I think tomorrow I'm going to talk about the home buyer, people who are looking to buy homes. We're going to start picking apart their types of loans, and we're going to dig a little deeper into hard money loans as well. Okay, so enjoy your Saturday. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.